in the movie. So I'd have like, they go, oh, you dirty, you know, and oh, your mother, you know, and be like yelling to Quentin, what's going on up there? You know, it's not me, Mom. It's them. It's the G.I. Joes. It's just the dialogue from the movie.
What was your first job you got?
First job I got, actually, actually I had some really seedy jobs for a little kid, because I wanted to quit school and become an actor when I was about 16, and my mom said, okay, if you're going to quit, you've got to get a job. Now the first two jobs I got actually totally had to do with like the porno industry, all right, you know, and I was like, I'm so not interested in porno films, I can't tell you, all right, but the first job I got was working for this guy who had a bunch of, you know, those newspaper racks with all the sex rags in it. Well, he owned a whole bunch of newspaper racks, and what we would do is he would drive around all night long in his van, and we would just collect the quarters and put in new papers, all right? So first I did that. That was my first, like, official job, all right? My second official job was I got a job as an usher at the Pussycat movie theater, all right, in Torrance, California. All right, so I was an usher at this porno movie theater at 16, lied about my age. And the irony of all ironies is when I was growing up, I always thought, man, I mean, forget about being a director, forget about being an actor. To me, the greatest job a person could ever have would being an usher at a movie theater. You know, you get to go to a movie theater all day long, and then you get to see all the movies for free. All right, well, irony of ironies, I ended up getting a job at a movie theater that I could care less about the movies and was totally bored by them.
And then what?
And then I kind of just went through like a bunch of little, like, you know, phone sales job and this little stupid job here and that little stupid job there, until eventually, like around age 22, I got a job at a place called Video Archives in Hermosa Beach. And
this is a famous video store.
It's the famous Video Archives. And what was funny about that job was the fact that, like, people said, oh, so that's kind of like your film school.
Well, that's what they're saying now.
That's mine, Roger Avery, who I just produced a film that he directed called Killing Zoe. What that store was, more or less, Andrew Saris of the store, you know, expert, so to speak. I mean, that's why they hired me.
Because you had just studied on your own, not because you went to, you know. It came out of you early on falling in love with film.
Well, that's the most important thing that I think.
To love the business.
You have to. You have to. You know,
there's nothing else. You don't know what you'd do if you weren't in film.
No, I never set up a situation. I never set up a fallback situation because I didn't want to fall back. You know, I wanted to have to keep eating at it. You know, and actually, that leads me to a point. Let me say this point and then get back to your question. Okay, if there's one thing that I've done that I'm like the proudest of everything, all right, is the fact that people talk about, wow, you've had such success and it's just been so overnight and whatever. Well, whatever success I've got has come after like 8 years of just nothing working out as trying to get a job in film.
What didn't work out?
Well, it's like basically what I tried to do
Give
was,
some sense.
You would never bring it up.